What's up, world? Wagwan. Nasha, I'm back in the building. Frost there. Thanks for tuning back into the channel. I hope saying you're not doing good out there. Happy holidays for all when I celebrate, whichever holidays when I celebrate. I'm so glad y'all came back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome. I hope you enjoy all the stories and all the shenanigans we got popping over here. But what's been going on? Some boy get thumped on stage last night. Boy, that was go on night place. Yeah, a clash thing, you know, and a fighting thing, you know. Boy, man, for coming in the lyrics. What we talking about? Yo, get a splash last night. Uno no here said Joshy and Briscoe catch fight on stage. My God, I want to them, yeah. Anyway, we gonna show you some of the clips on that. We're gonna show you what really popped off. But before we get into that story, we want to send a special get well to Mr. Stephen Cat Core from Third World, the legendary band Third World. On November 29th, he was admitted into the University of the West Indies Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica, to repair an idiopathic tear in his lower esophagus. The following day, a specialized surgical team successfully conducted that surgery. And due to the nature and location of the surgery, Cat has been fed hydrated intraversally. He's been fed food through a tube. This standard protocol helps to rest the esophagus, speed healing, and was expected to last at least 10 days. He was on the early stages of recovery, but on December 12th, 2022, Cap seemed to be developing some cold-like respiratory symptoms. He was moved to ICU where he could be better treated for a compromised lung condition that resulted from seepage of the surgical area into his chest cavity. As of today, December 17, 2022, Cat is alert, stable, and receiving attentive care by the dedicated medical team at the University Hospital. They send out another message as well via Facebook. The message read, so they want to thank you all so much for wonderful blessings. It's truly been a human task to get through this thus far, but I thank Jah for strength, real strength. You wouldn't know what it's like to just step out of the hospital bed. Thank you so much for not only showing who made me, but really showing how much you love me as well. I am making good progress and in the wonderful hands of our docs and nurses. So yeah. So moving on, everybody wanna know what that place I get a splash. So looks like Briscoe confronted Popcorn, one of Joshy entourage, and they were gonna square up, but he swung on him. Yo, what was that for? So anyway, Joshy walk up there and it looked like he might try escort Briscoe, but Briscoe wasn't taking that, and then swung on him, missed. But anyway, let me stop talking. Let me show the footage and you tell me what you see.
You forward on the stage because you think the people them know you. Which in them know you, but they can tell you something and get bro. So I can already show you. Give me a mantra. Well, I'm not feeling with a truck and straight to the action. Do some bad man, talking this story like the heart in the heart in the heart and the heart in the heart in the heart. In all next in near Russia, and they're gonna make him prove himself tonight. big on the stage there long time.
Wow. I ain't gonna front. You see that left hand where Miss Briscoe from Joshua a while ago? If that did connect, I ain't gonna front. I probably would have floored him. But all these antics and buffoonery, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta do better. You have to do better. We're not like, we like to see some little foolishness certain time, but we all know in the grand scheme of things, that's not a good look. Yo, if you perform lyrical clash, not fisticuffs, and not MMA this. You know what I'm saying? But what do I know? I'm just a little YouTuber. Saying, leave me in the comments. Let me know what you think of the actions of both parties. Do you think Joshy was right to defend his friend? But you know, Briscoe did swing on Joshy first. So, hey, I don't know. But let me know what you think or what you saw and interpret. You see, we're gonna moving along. Alkaline's The Ripple Effects EP, the first week sales numbers came back and lackluster. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, so according to Dancehall Mag, who covered the story from the sales of his first week EP, I thought it was good. I listened to it from last Friday. I thought there was a couple tracks on there that was really well. It wasn't a long album, it's an EP, it's real short, so I thought it would have been well received, but he tried to pull a Beyonce and, you know, drop a surprise album, and it doesn't work for all of the artists that can do that. You know, Alkaline is an artist with stature, but you have to promote your album. You gotta still do the work, you know what I mean? You can't, you know, the Vendetta fan base is not NBA Youngboy fan base, you know, so you gotta still do the work. Make the people them see you, come out so they can support you. That's all you gotta do, because that should have did better. We're gonna go into the article here the Dancehall Mag posted, and you can see that the sales really wasn't as high as expected, or even the first album that he came out with. So the Alkaline's EP, which released on December 9th via Autobomb Records, sold 600 units in sales and streaming in the United States during its first week of release, according to data provided to Dancehall Mag from sales tracker Illuminate. And this included 374,000 in on-demand audio streaming in the US. The EP featured 6 new tracks: Brawlin', ESPN, Didn't Even Have to Try, Energy, Cutting Table, and Best. It was executively produced by the DJ's sister and manager, Karina Beckford, who enlisted track producers Autobomb, Studio Vibes, Samuel Canturo, Esron Spielberg, and Clap 7 Records. Ahead of the release, Beckford said that Alkaline was an independent artist who had outperformed his peers. As a team, we have always sought to look ahead, a new era, redefining the game, she said. We have learned how to expand our digital footprint into a global marketplace, and the result of this can be seen year after year based on the numbers. But yeah, so in 2016, Alkaline's debut album sold 714 units in the US during its first week and got on the Billboard top charts. This one didn't miss the Billboard charts and sold even less, so maybe they need to revisit the game plan, restructure again, and hit them hard the next time. I don't think the gimmicks, you know, doing all that snorting stuff, that might not have worked. So Alkaline a good artist, so he'll bounce back, he'll be alright. So let's move it along. We're not even itch too long on that scene because the week was busy buzzing. You know, Burna Boy was in Jamaica, and speaking of which, after the performance, I'm gonna get into that as well later on in the vlog. We're gonna cover a little bit snippet of some of the highlights of what took place with the Burna Boy concert. But Popcorn's set didn't go down 100% smoothly because he had some technical difficulties, which he feels was the result of bad mind. And Popcorn doing Popcorn things, he let it be known how he feel. And let's get into it. Let's listen to what Emma said, and we can't take it from there. So Papi, go and talk. I'm hear you.
Yes. Morning to everybody. I'm in your man Jay Sutherland, as you know. And I'm taking this opportunity to send a message to Sharon Burke and the Not So Solid Agency. I know exactly what you do. the other night at the stadium when you try to sabotage my performance because of personal feelings. And we all know so when you hate one you can't control, you know. And one have shares and percentage, you see me? Yeah, when you feel like when you can control the industry and put who no one put a number one and put who no one put international. But Unruly Boss break them spell a long time. And Shoney said me no need nothing. And the fact still remain. The late phone on you can't stop Unruly again, you see? And me know on the roll no one be industry gatekeeper and one control over international and who stay. And you know you can't control me already. Yeah, and Shaggy is a yeah. Me say that Shaggy is a little.
There we have it. Poppy got it off his chest. He said what he said, and he feels how he feels. So let's see how Shaggy responds, how Sharon responds, if they even respond, but let's be interesting. So also what took place this week, they released some images of the first look of Kingsley Ben-Adir as Bob Marley on set of the Reggae Legends biopic. So they posted up some pictures. Dude's gonna be playing Bob Marley, the iconic reggae singer. And this is gonna be an interesting movie. I don't even know how he sounds. I've never heard the dude's voice, so let's hopefully the accent and everything is authentic. But they posted up some pictures. Here you can see it here. And shout out to Dancehall Mag again. We're gonna leave the link to the full article in the description, so you can definitely check out the article in full after you're done checking out the vlog. So what do you think? You think he can pull off the look? There you got to see what he looks like in his Bob Marley. I don't want to call him costume. Let's call it wardrobe. His Bob Marley wardrobe. Do you think he has what it takes to make this, you know, to pull off the role? Because, you know, he has big shoes to fill. You know, it's not easy just to say, yo, you're going to play Bob Marley, and people that don't have high expectations of the outcome. You know? And since we also speaking of another UK's own, let me give y'all some news as well. So they released the lineup for the City Splash, was taking place Bank Holiday Monday, May 29th, 2023 at the Brockwell Park in Brixton. And they just released the reggae dancehall part of the lineup. Chronics, Coffee, Shensia, Skilly Bang, just to name a few. I see Stylo G. I don't recognize some of these other acts on here, but here I'm gonna post up the flyers posted, so you'll get to see any of these artists that you recognize, and you can go support. Remember, May 29th at the Brockwell Park in Brixton. You get to see some of your favorite acts, plus you get to see some of the bigger reggae acts from Jamaica, outside of Jamaica. So take into that, or mark your calendars and log that in. And so we're gonna go up the road even further, coming out isn't it? And we're gonna take it back to some, because we know, say, you heard that Cardi B and Offset was in Jamaica partying, spending time out in Jamaica for Offset's birthday. Well, another major hip hop star was out there too. I don't know if y'all know some of the rap stars from Griselda out of Buffalo, New York. Westside Gunn was out in Jamaica visiting one of his family members that's now residing full-time in Jamaica, let's just say it nicely. And he's out there saying he's gonna buy a crib and set up shop out there in a yard. So that's gonna be awesome too, because, you know, it's a good look. Griselda, you know, Benny the Butcher, Conway, Westside Gunn, they make up the Griselda team, and they're one of the hottest rap groups that are coming out of Buffalo right now. So if you know anything about rap, you know that's a good look. Moving along. Alright, and before I sign off, I want to make one little interjection. I found this cool little clip. I thought this was cool. I want to share with the community. Angela Lansbury stopped by the CBC radio show with Tom Power, and I used to watch this show, Murder, She Wrote, with my grandmother. Shout out to my grandmother, she passed away a few years ago. And I used to watch this show, Murder, She Wrote, when she was little. And I just thought this was pretty cool that Angela Lansbury is just now finding out that there's a song, Murder, She Wrote, inspired because of her TV show. Taking the clip, let me think what you think.
Murder, she wrote.
So, Angela, have you ever heard that before?
No.
That is reggae dancehall like masters, Shaka Demus and Pliers. That's their song, Murder, She Wrote.
That's very funny. Are they, what are they, a group?
Yeah, they're sort of like legends in reggae music.
Oh, reggae. Oh, I'm thrilled to be part of reggae, of course.
Well, there you are. You made it in. You didn't even know it.
Wow, that's great.
Moving along, I thought that was cool. Murder, She Wrote. So we're moving along and we're closing out the story, closing out the vlog. So I'm gonna leave y'all with a little snippet of Jada Kingdom performance this past Sunday, December 18, 2022 at Ice Cream Sundays down in Lauderhill, Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. So if you wanna see the full performance, I have the video in the playlist, so you can check that out if you wanna see more. You know what to do, all right? I appreciate you tuning in. I do thank you for spending all your quality time with me, watching to the end. Share, like, comment, anything I left out, or if you agree or disagree with any point that I made out, yeah, leave it in the comments. Let's discuss. You know, I'm always down for that. And again, till I see you again, peace. We're gone up the road.
What's that popular over here, sir? And I can remember you didn't want it, but I'm ready to tell you this is something. Me like a temper man, you're different and a regular. I will be telling you, look at baby, I'm telling you, you want my first love, but you believe me, I have to give it to you, cause you say me. Like from period out, you can't give me. And if you remember, don't go back and see me, I love you. Let's get married, done with the baby. Next 10 years, tomorrow we the same. Now I sell you out the cycle of my ex. Respect it to the fullest, now I make you feel away. My heart, I yearn up to already. Yeah, man. Fight for you like the Navy, I'm the biggest. Yeah, man. Give you my everything, I want more, you never go down. Then I go fall in love again. Somebody sing. And I'm in love with you. Yeah. I'll be racing, I've been waiting just to see one more time, baby.
Somebody sing.
That I'm in love with you, yeah. I'll be racing, I've been waiting just to
One destiny.